Hey guys, today I'm busy doing a little bit of meal prep for next week. So today I'm making a one pot dish with chicken, vegetables, chickpeas, coconut milk, tomato sauce. It's a great dish that it gets better as it sits. So you could make this, on a Saturday or Sunday, enjoy it on a Monday, Tuesday when you come home from work. It freezes really well. So we're going to make a decent sized pot with this recipe. You can package it and freeze it so you've got some meals down the road. So what I've already done is I've already started sauteing some of my vegetables in some canola oil. So you can use canola oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, whatever you'd like to use in here. And then I have the basic recipe has red onions, celery, and carrots in it. And then it kind of leaves it open for about 4 cups of other vegetables. So today I've done some bok choy and some sweet peppers. In the fall, winter, we've done butternut squash in here really well. In the summer, maybe some beans or zucchini would work well. So you can kind of, work around with the seasons with this dish. So as my vegetables have softened up here, I'm going to add some garlic and some ginger. Now, I don't add this at the very beginning, simply because I'm doing so much saute and I don't want to burn my garlic in here. Because the minute you burn the garlic, you start getting a bitterness in your dishes. So we add it towards the end of the sauteing process. So we're just going to let that go for a few minutes. And at this point, too, I'm going to add some of my spices. So we're just going to throw these in here. And what this is going to do, we're going to saute them with the garlic and the ginger. And it's just going to help bring out some of those flavors in the spices. So we have some turmeric, some curry powder, some ground coriander, and ground cumin. And make sure you check out my video on the Pro Techniques section where I talk about toasting the whole spices like the cumin and coriander before you grind them, just to help elevate the flavors in your dish. I should also mention as well, while I was sauteing the vegetables, I did add a little bit of salt and pepper right off the top. Again, we're trying to develop those layers of flavor as we go, so we season as we go. So I'm going to turn this up probably about a medium here. Oh, and the smells right now of the curry and the turmeric and the garlic and the ginger. So once that ginger, the garlic has softened up, it's had that 2 to 3 minutes to saute. We're going to add some water to this, like so. Just going to give it a quick stir. I have 3 cans of chickpeas that I have drained and rinsed off that we will add in here. Again, we'll just stir it up. Now, the recipe also calls for tomato sauce. You can make your own tomato sauce, but please don't kick yourself if you go and buy a good quality tomato sauce. This is supposed to be a quick and easy meal. So if you don't have time to make your own, just go grab, as long as it's a good quality, that's all you're looking for here. We're going to add this in here. Like so. I'll move that off to the side. We'll give it one more stir. And I mean, the colors in here already just looking awesome. So the last thing I want to add is going to turn it up a little bit more now that I've got my liquids in there. So we're sitting at about a medium high heat at the moment. And then the final thing I'm going to add at this stage is some kale that I've trimmed and chopped up. If you don't have kale, you could throw in some spinach in here, some collard greens, some Swiss chard. So again, just kind of whatever you have, whatever's fresh at the market is what you want to use here. We're just going to push this down. Oh, there we go. Now I want to do one last thing before we let this simmer away. I'm going to grab one of my tasting spoons. I keep talking about these, they're so important. I want to see where we're at now. So we've done all the sautéing nicely. We've added the salt and pepper at that point. We've added our spices. We've cooked those a little bit, bringing out those flavors. We've added our liquids and our chickpeas and our kale. So now I'm going to taste my seasoning again, see if I need to add a little bit more salt and pepper at this point. Oh, it's beautiful. A little bit of salt. I'm not going to go too crazy with the pepper. There's a nice little kick to it already in here. So now I've got that little bit of salt in. Take another spoon. We'll see where we're at. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to leave it at this point now because it is going to simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. So we might get a little bit of reduction, so I don't want to over season either at this point. But again, I'm adding that salt, developing those layers of flavor that we're always looking for in our dishes. Okay, so 15, 20 minutes. Once it comes to a simmer, I will knock it down more to a medium-low heat. We'll just let it go. Don't forget to come back and stir it every now and then. You don't want things to scorch on the bottom. And then we'll be back and we'll finish it off. Guys, we're back. Our pot's been simmering for about 20 minutes now. And you can see how it's reduced a little bit at this point. So now to finish this off, all we have to do is we're going to add 1 can of coconut milk. We'll just give that a stir around to break it up a little bit. Beautiful. And then I have 4 cups of roasted diced chicken that we are going to use for this. If you wanted to do something other than chicken, if you're a seafood lover, a whitefish like a halibut would go really nice in here. If you wanted to keep it more of a vegan style dish, you can omit the chicken and maybe, put a bowl of rice and pour this over or up the amount of veggies you're putting inside of it. And you'll notice that it's not a lot of chicken that we're adding in here for the amount of product we're getting at the end. So what I want you to try to do is find a really good chicken producer, somebody who really cares about the animal, raises them properly, because a little bit on a dish like this goes a long way. So it's nice to be able to support those small local farms here. Okay, so now the last thing that's left to do is the final tasting, the final seasoning. So I've got my handy dandy tasting spoons again. Give this a little taste. And I'm happy where it is now, so I am not going to add anything else to this. It's good to go. Cool it down. It's going to get better as it sits. Freeze some. In a few more weeks, you can pull it out. You got dinner made. A little bit of cilantro in here would be nice at the end too, when you're reheating it, to throw that in there. If you wanted something else, a little bit more flavor. It's got a nice warmth to it, not overly spicy. If you'd like to put a little bit more spice in it, by all means, you can add some sriracha, some cayenne, some chili flakes. But enjoy, make it yours, experiment a little bit and have some fun.